Testing, testing. Are you hearing me? I think you are hearing me, actually. That's fine. I decided just to go ahead and start, because, well, I might as well test out and make sure that my setup is working. That's alright. You don't have to, there's no obligation to call in. Right now, actually, what I want to do is continuing listening to the hit album, God Ween Satan. So, we're not starting from the top, but we're starting from where Odette, left off, I suppose.
Hi, I'm fucking Eddie Dingle. I met this girl named Man. She overpopulated my senses. She fucking dick me over. What's your big secret? Could you give me a clue? Oh, silly girl, I'm so in love with you. Won't you tell me what's on your mind? Well, if you open your head, tell me what would I find? Are you for real? What do you feel? Finders keepers, losers weepers, baby. If I could get the lid off, I'd look into the jar. Is this the best thing that I can do? It ain't done me no good so far. Mind over matter. But it seems I don't matter at all, fucker. Man, a table for one. You think I could be right to come fuck? What's your big secret, baby? Could you give me a clue? Oh, silly girl, I'm so in love with you. Won't you tell me what's on your mind? If you'd open your head, tell me what would you find? Are you for real? What do you feel? I saw you yesterday walking with Danny. He's a fucker. And you're a fucker too. You know what you did to me, baby? Yeah, you know what you did. Now you're walking with Danny down the street. How you making me feel, huh? How you think I make me feel, huh? Huh? You think I like it here, you fucker? You fucking bitch. I hate you, you fucker. You keep walking with Danny. You keep fucking walking with Danny. I don't give a fuck. Y'all don't give a flying fuck about you or Danny, you bitch.
Alright, Bunny, you really, really wanted to be a call-in. I wasn't quite sure if you wanted to or not, Grief. I couldn't tell, but if you would like to, we will take you in after Bunny if this is of interest to you. And also, if somebody wants to do a call-in, I would appreciate somewhat if you do a name in which I can identify you, I guess, based on your YouTube thingy. So, Bunny, if you want to do the thing, hop on in here, but you don't have to, Bunny. If you don't want to, that's totally cool, but I'm going to proceed onwards and upwards. We're going to listen to the next track. If you're not ready, or if you don't really feel like it, that's fine. Okay, we're going to proceed onwards then. Bunny? What's that? Oh, I had my own stream going in another tab. I was wondering what that racket was. Alright, Bunny, you get set up, and you do what you're going to do, and we'll listen to, well, this LYP is 8.5 minutes long, so I don't, that might be, okay, you're gonna do it, Bunny. I'm not trying to peer pressure you. Oh, hi.
Hi.
How are you, Bunny?
I'm okay.
Are you? So how are you feeling tonight?
I'm really tired because I normally don't stay up this late.
Really? Why don't you stay up
Yeah.
this late? What are you normally doing at this hour? Resting? And not watching Odette Balbsy, your good mouse friend?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. Now, Bunny, let me ask you a personal question. What do you think about the band Ween?
The band Wayne?
Mhm.
I'm gonna be honest, they pop up on my Spotify, but I don't look them up.
You don't look them up. Have you considered that maybe your life might improve if you were to look up the rock and roll band Ween?
I mean, I know a couple of their songs.
Okay. What songs do you know?
Let's see. Piss Up a Rope?
Good. That's a good one. That's okay. If you don't love Ween, we'll forgive you.
Demolish.
You like them? That is a good song and a very good album. Do you think that you might listen to more Ween in your lifetime?
Are you trying to tell me that I should listen to more Ween?
I think you should listen to more Ween. I'll have you know that actually, just mere seconds ago, we were listening to Ween. And what did you think about it?
I thought it was pretty good.
You thought it was good? That's awesome! I'm glad that you enjoy the sweet tunes of Ween. We were listening to the album God Ween Satan, and I'm pleased as punch to hear that you found it enjoyable enough. My friend,
Right.
maybe. Oh, you're typing in. Are you going to listen? Are you planning? Are you
Right.
making plans to listen to Ween, like right after this?
Maybe I put it on my Spotify.
Put it on your Spotify. Follow Ween. Let me tell you what you need to put on there. You're gonna listen to the album Pure Guava. You're gonna listen to the album The Pod. You're gonna listen to the album The Mollusk. You already like The Mollusk, so it'll be easy for you. You can even listen to White Pepper if you want to. And so that's your homework, Bunny.
Okay.
And what do you want to tell the world, Bunny?
What I want to tell the world?
Yeah, what do you want to tell the world?
Cigarettes are really cool. You should smoke more cigarettes.
Dude, I can't smoke cigarettes. I'm not interested in acquiring lung cancer.
Well, see, lung cancer has a bad rap.
How so?
Well, because it's, people just give it a bad rap. People don't talk about the positives of lung cancer.
What are the positives that you get to lose all of your hair and then you look really cool because you're bald? You're right, Grief. Chocolate and Cheese is a very good album. I like Chocolate and Cheese, but I don't like it as much as Pure Guava, The Pod, or Quebec. Or even Godween Satan. But I do like it probably... I like it more than White Pepper and more than La Cucaracha. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Bunny, I was being a bad host to you. Now tell me about these benefits of being bald and having lung cancer.
Okay, first of all, if you're bald, you can wear any wig. Easy.
You can wear a toupee anyway. Well, not me, because I have these big lustrous ears, but assuming that I didn't have ears, then I guess I could wear a wig. Do you think I would look good with a toupee? Would I look cool?
If you were bald, you just cut little holes in the wig and you roll up your ears like taquitos that come through, put the wig on.
You're actually a bit of an innovator. Perhaps you have a future in engineering, Bunny, my friend. Have you ever thought about that?
Fun fact, back a long time ago, I almost went to school for that.
Whoa, that's wild, Bunny. Respectable
Yeah.
decision, I guess.
But I
And
didn't want all the debt, so I went into a job and never went to school.
that's respectable as well. The tradesmen rule the world, of course. They keep everything running, and those skills are actually quite valuable. I think that in the near future, tradesmen are going to outnumber, what's the term for people that have gone to college? Whatever they're called. I think that those skills are going to be more in high demand. Wait, that was actually one of the plot points of the South Park Pandaverse special. I don't know if you saw that. Did you? Did you see it?
I don't know.
Oh
I
my
haven't
god.
watched South Park in such a long time.
It doesn't appeal to you.
No, I just kind of forgot about it, I guess.
Oh, okay.
It's been years. I
It's-
forgot. Are they still running?
Yeah, they still keep on running. Well, see, they have a whole thing going on where they have different contracts with different platforms. And so one of the platforms they make episodes for, and one of the platforms they make movie specials for. It's kind of a whole thing, and it's not really as funny as it used to be, but I still watch it. I suppose my favorite episode is my favorite season is probably season 9, because I really like the episode where the hippies overpopulate their town and they put on the giant music festival and Fish is playing. Oh, hi Marco. Who's on right now is viewer Bunny. We're doing some call-ins and Bunny is telling us some very fascinating stuff. Anything else you'd like to add, Bunny, tonight?
What would I like to add? What
Yeah.
what wisdom can I give you?
What wisdom can you give me?
I mean, besides that cigarettes are cool.
Cigarettes are cool. You didn't have to share that wisdom with me. I understand the aesthetic appeal of chain smoking. It's awesome.
Yeah, you like lean up against the wall and you look so much cooler.
But I can lean up against the wall any time, and it won't. Okay, I will agree. There's a cool aspect to smoking. I think that it's the disregard for one's health that even makes it really cool, because it's like, yeah, I'll look cool for 2 seconds, then I'm gonna get horrific wrinkles and lung cancer, and then I'm gonna talk like one of those people that talk like, wait, that's disrespectful to the people that have those things. But anyway, the point is that I do agree with you.
I think a stoma could be interesting. You could be like the first VTuber with the stoma.
Are those what those things are
Imagine.
called? Are they called stomas?
The little microphone in their neck hole, they call that a stoma.
I had no idea. Well, I suppose there's probably effects in which I could emulate the sound of a stoma, so maybe I'll just have like a stoma audio effect rather than
Yeah, you
needing an
could-
actual stoma.
You could make some like sick fucking dubstep with your stoma.
I suppose. You think that I need an analog stoma? I can't just have a fake digital effect stoma. I need the real deal.
Well, how does lung cancer even work for you?
How does lung cancer even work for me? I suppose that I don't know the exact mechanisms, but I suppose the tobacco or whatever, or maybe some of the other ingredients in the cigarettes, it causes your cells to mutate in some way and degrade, and then a mutation eventually causes them to become cancerous, and then your lungs become disgusting and nasty and you die, or you get a cool stoma. See, Grief, you understand the appeal of the stoma, so look, Bunny, you have one person that believes in your reasoning.
Well, I mean, don't like the bowel mice only live like 20, 30 months? You couldn't even get cancer. You could just smoke all you want.
Well, see, the problem therein lies is that I also have this human DNA. I have this human DNA polluting my beautiful mouse genes, so I'll have to live a long 80-year life with cancer and wrinkles and tumors and stuff, and eventually I'll become more tumor than mouse woman, and I'll just be a big pulsating tumor that leaks pus, and that's not pleasant.
That could be cool.
Could it be cool? And then,
Yeah.
I'd be like a cow ball, but a mouse tumor. That'd be cool. Do you know what a cow ball is?
No, what is that?
Well, look it up. It's like
Okay, I'm
it's a little
Googling.
mass of cow flesh that sometimes, for some reason, I think cows give birth to. It's a little deformed blob that is cow material.
Okay, well, I looked up cow ball and all I get is really cute pictures of cows as balls.
No, it's kind of a bit nasty. Hello, my
I'm gonna
fellow
look up-
chain smokers. Hello, Nickel. I
I'm
haven't
gonna
done
look
a
up
cigarette.
A cow.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't like that.
You don't. You saw the cow ball? How did that make you feel?
It made me feel. How are there naturally occurring meatballs? That's a
Because
cursed meatball.
Nature is a beautiful thing filled with beauty and mystery, and that's what you need to understand. They might form on rats, but they certainly don't form on mice. I am a perfect creation of Joseph Smith, I suppose.
Joseph Smith?
Joseph Smith, the king of the Mormons.
So why couldn't he tell anybody about the, like, didn't he look in the box and see, like, the golden tablets or whatever? Why couldn't he tell anybody about them?
Because it was private. Haven't you ever kept a secret? Are you a bit of a cheeseman, as they say? You like to go tell other people's business?
If I found gold, I feel like if I didn't prove it, people would think I'm a big old liar.
Would you rather be a liar or doubted, or would you rather be a gossip? See, there's a reason why you're not the king of the Mormons, actually.
I mean, how did Jesus get to North America?
Jesus, can walk on water, so presumably he just took a nice little hike across the Atlantic, I'd presume.
Man, that would fucking suck.
How would it suck? You don't like scenery?
I've walked from my grocery store to, like, a far parking space and had a bad time. Imagine walking across the whole ocean. That just sounds like a bad time.
Oh. That is, I don't know.
What if he got hungry?
He can turn water into wine. He can turn random stuff into bread and, I don't know. He's magical. You're doubting the powers of Jesus H. Christo, and I think that's a bit sacrilegious, and maybe I'm one to talk about sacrilege with all the blood sacrifices or whatever, but nonetheless, you're a bit more sacrilegious than even I.
Hold on.
What?
Blood sacrifice.
Okay, next caller.
Okay, before I go...
What? Yes, bunny?
I want to ask one question about nature.
Okay.
Do you have human ears under the hair? Do you have 4 ears?
That's a personal question.
No, I need to fucking know.
Alright, we kicked out Bunny for asking these personal questions. I'm going to play the next track, and then we'll accept in our next caller, who I believe is Grief. Oh, Raimi. She would like to call on too. I don't remember the cue. I'm going to abide the honor system, and so who is the third person that wanted to be called? If so, just let me know, and I'm going to play the next track and prepare our thingy, our call. Shake your body like
I can give a great massage. Let me lick your pussy. Oh, yeah, G. I said, yeah, baby. I give you a massage like 13 kings, baby. I said, oh, Gina. I said, what you got between your legs, baby? What does that have to do with the massage, baby? So, you know, it's not really one. It's like it's your pussy, baby. I'm gonna lick your pussy, baby. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got me going, baby. Oh, you got me going like I never thought I'd go before. Shit, baby. Come here. Let me lick your pussy. Let me lick your pussy, baby. Let me lick your pussy. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, dear.
Alright, I hope that we all enjoyed this wonderful tune. Now, let me see. Let me hope that I got this correctly. Okay, wait a second. Do I have this set up correctly? I wonder if I'll be able to be heard. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, alright, Grief, get in here. Unless you're scared. If you're scared, that's okay. You can pass if you're too perturbed. No one's twisting your arm. No one's breaking your fingers over here. Be not afraid, though, for I am Odette, the righteous and just, and I am truly righteous and just. Well, I'd like to think so.
Oh shit.
Whoa. Oh man, I accidentally got jump scared when you joined because I didn't think that you were
I'm
going
sorry.
to. That's okay. Hi,
I joined
Grief.
I joined too early. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
No, there was no particular time that you had to. It was just whenever you felt, I guess, like ready to do so. But are you ready?
A little shaky, I'll admit, for no reason, but I'm ready.
All right.
Happy
Well,
to be here.
tell us your favorite songs off of Chocolate and Cheese. Then it'll ease
Chocolate
you.
and cheese. Well, I'm a bit embarrassed to say I haven't listened to the full album.
Okay.
But the one song I have listened to, I think, is Freedom of 76, and that's like a really good song, I'd say.
Have you ever thought about changing the direction of your life and maybe listening to Voodoo Lady?
I have listened to Voodoo Lady. My friend sent me that one time, and it was really good that I noticed that you were playing that on a stream.
It's true. It's true. Oh my god. Maybe after we're done with God We Insane, we have to listen to Voodoo Lady. So how are you liking this album so far?
I'm liking everything pretty much. I've been wanting to get into Ween for a long time. Every like friend I know, including you, has said nothing but good things about Ween, and I really like their stuff. I like their style. I like their jib.
Oh yeah. They do have a good jib. They're great. And did you see that your best buddy is here to cheer you on?
Yeah, that's my
Hatsune
friend.
Miku?
Hey, Homoku. Yeah, she's there to cheer me on.
Come on, Hatsune Miku. Give Grief some words of encouragement. Go, Grief. Go, Grief. You got this, Grief.
Really, you could see my face is like pretty much red, but I'm glad. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being on here today. Are you joyous?
I am joyous. My ears are burning, but I'm very happy.
They're burning. Why are they burning? Did you put something on them? Did you chop something spicy and then caress your own ears, having the capsaicin seep in?
I don't know. I found this like old tube of lotion in some drawer. I put it on my ears for no reason. But whatever.
So wait, you're gonna get a chemical burn from expired lotion? Is that what you're telling us?
I think so. I think the effects are starting to eat up my skin. But whatever.
Alright, Grief, give us a skin report. Just how red is it? Is it starting to peel at all?
Starting to melt.
Oh no! Is the pus starting to seep through? Is it getting onto your clothing and your headphones and in your hair?
It's starting to show my exposed wiring and all like the two plastic tubes and circuitry in my ears.
My goodness, Grief, you're a cyborg all along. And here we thought that you were just a youngster that likes to play the pianos and organs, but you are actually a robot only made to emulate human emotion. How does this feel?
I'm feeling pretty spectacular. I'm feeling pretty California.
California? What do you mean by this?
I think I'm getting soon. I'm feeling California. It's like a Soundgarden lyric. I'm feeling pretty good. I'd say pretty like spectacular.
All right, now explain to us the appeal of Soundgarden, por favor.
Soundgarden. Well, they're not my favorite grunge band, I'd say, but they're definitely up there.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Chris Cornell, obviously. If you mind, I could talk about like my real favorite grunge band.
Sure.
Arguably grunge.
Go ahead, of course.
I think it's like one of my favorite bands ever. The Smashing Pumpkins. I fucking love. I can swear on this. Like,
go
hotline,
ahead.
Right?
Say whatever you like. You're good.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to like ruin the censorship or something.
Well, consider what we just like listened to. I think we're past that point.
Oh yeah. The Smashing Pumpkins are like my favorite band ever. They're used to, when I was like 12 maybe. But yeah, I just love the Smashing Pumpkins. Their early stuff is really good. Siamese Dream and Melancholy. I have both on CD.
Oh.
They're like my favorite. They're my favorite.
It's pretty classic. I actually went with my dad to go see Smashing Pumpkins this year. It was pretty good.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
But I will tell you, it freaks me out a little bit that Billy Corgan is so big because he looks as though he's someone that should be small, and yet he's huge.
How big is he, like, compared to you, exactly?
I don't know. Well, I didn't stand directly towards him. We were quite far away from him, but I think he's like 6'6" or something. He's a big old boy, and he's bald, too, and that makes him all the more menacing.
That's how he got his name. He terrorized the pumpkin field in like 18,000.
He resembles a pumpkin, too, no doubt. Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm sorry if I'm cutting you off. I think I talk a little bit too enthusiastically.
No, it's fine. I feel like I'm talking too much, personally.
What?
But go ahead.
Well, you're the caller, but anyhow, do you like Smashing Pumpkins more than Portishead?
Oh, that's a hard... Portishead? That's a hard... Those are, like, equal, because both of those bands, like, absolutely influenced me in, like, my music. So, like... It's a very hard tie between the two.
And now, friends, now you might have heard Grief say they influenced me in my music. This is to tell us that Grief is a bit of a musician. We should all, of course, go see what he's up to. Go look at his little songs and videos. They're quite good.
Yes, please do. I'm here to shill live. I'm here to soullessly chill my music.
Chill yourself, Grief.
call line. My name is. I don't really like saying my username, but I make stuff that I don't think a lot of people care about. But if you could, it'd be nice. I like to draw and play music. Okay, there you go.
Very nice, very nice. Well, Dan, this is actually Grief. A new wave, well, not new wave, as one of the new cutants of the modern era. Now, you might not be familiar with the term cutant. That's just what I used to refer to as my user base, but I think I haven't done that in a long time, so you might not have heard that term. But thank you for serenading us for however briefly. We enjoyed hearing this.
Thank you. I'm self-teaching guitar, but like, I'm more used to piano, but that's besides the point. Thank you.
What about bass? Do you have a bass, Grief?
I do want to learn bass because I like to write bass lines and like on a piano or on a soft music software, but like I don't have it. It's not in my budget currently, but I'd like to learn drums and bass. That's like the next two instruments I'd like to learn.
You want to hit them all off the roster so that if need be, you can do everything yourself.
Definitely. Actually, earlier I was looking in like drum machines because I was watching the Freedom of 76 live, and they use a drum machine in that, and I had to search up Ween's like gear, and it was pretty cool.
Nice. Wait, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Tell us your favorite, or I guess it's more of a request than a question. Can you tell us your favorite Primus songs?
Primus songs. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I love Primus. I had like a giant phase in like high school, and I'm pretty sure I scared off a girl by talking about Primus with her.
Yeah, you mentioned this.
My favorite Primus song, I listened to My Name is Mud like a million times when I first heard it. It's like my favorite Primus song ever.
Do you like it more than Tommy the Cat?
It's up there. I like John the Fisherman. I like all the usuals. I like Shake Hands with Beef. Like, the usual like suspects. But my name is Mud is like, when I first heard it, it's like out of this world.
Understandable. You know what? Actually, I was actually quite pleased because whenever I made that video with Penelope, of course, that was essentially just the Family Guy cutaway guy for the Shake Hands with Beef. I mean, God, at least one person specifically, like, got what I was going for. That was shocking, Grief.
That's great. That's lovely to hear.
Wait, one more question. What do you think about Les Claypool's other projects, like Sausage and the Fearless Flying Frog Brigade and Oysterhead and all that stuff?
I've only listened to a bit of like each of those projects because like he has a very like extensive work with different musicians like Buckethead and Sean and Lennon. I'd say I haven't listened to all of them personally, but I do respect the guy who like goes out of his way to like spread some variety into like musical projects. I think it's cool regardless.
Absolutely. With Les Claypool, you can tell that he definitely, absolutely has love for performing and making music, and that's quite admirable.
Yeah, he's an artist, I'd say, and like great guy.
Do you like his wacky hats?
He's just a stand-up guy. He's just a stand-up guy.
Do you have anything that you'd like to share with the world, Grief?
Let me consult the council.
All right, Hatsune Miku, come in. Advise.
Oh, shit, she's not in here, but like, I don't even know if she's like listening, but
right.
I think we were meant to like shell a podcast. It's not even like a podcast. We did like one episode of Minecraft, but like, stay tuned for that, I guess.
All right.
Awesome Sauce Podcast.
Awesome
Check
Sauce
it out.
Podcast. Okay, do you want to post a link after this, and then whoever is interested can go take a gander?
I can post a link after this, but I'll have to ask for my partner on her permission.
Oh, fair enough. And so, this is your collaborative podcast Minecrafting with Hatsune Miku?
Yes.
Whoa.
The Hatsune Miku.
The Hatsune Miku. So this is Hatsune Miku and Grief, everybody. That is, like, crazy star power.
Yeah, she's in the chat right now. She wants me to show my art. Yeah, I do. I also do art.
Oh.
A lot of creative stuff.
Show us your art.
I don't know how I can. I don't know how I can like share that. Like, I have like a Twitter, but I'm not sure.
I suppose just post whatever links you feel are relevant to what you want to share, and then if anyone wants to take a gander, I suppose they will.
Alright, good to know.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll post it like later.
Okay, go ahead. Do you have any final thoughts, Grief?
Thank you for having me again. It's nice to talk to you, Odette.
Absolutely, and thank you for being on and for telling us all about the amazing world of Grief.
Thank you, guys.
Now let's
I'm
kick
leaving
it.
the building.
There we go. Alright, now onwards with another Ween track, and then, I believe next on our roster, is it Nickel or Logic? I'll have to scroll back and look at that, but I can go ahead and start the next track anyway while I'm figuring this out. Maybe 2 tracks, because this song is very short.
Where's your mama? Who's your papa? Where's your mama? Listen to papa. Where's your mama? This is the shit. Do tobacco. Do tobacco. Who's your papa? Where's your mama? This is the shit. Who's your papa? Where's your mama? Listen to papa. Who's your mama? This is the shit. Do tobacco. Do tobacco. Who's your papa? Where's your mama? This is the shit. This is the shit.
Dude. Hippie smell only I can't tell, but Julia 60 said you're not real and you're not surreal. Can't you tell? Hippie smell said hippie smell only I can't tell, but Julia 60 said you're not real and you're not surreal. Can't you tell? Hippie smell. She's got the hippie smell, ladies and gentlemen. You can smell the patchouli oil on her breath. She's lately dead posters hanging up all over the place. She says, you know, I wish I was alive in the 60s because those are really groovy times. Well, you know, I got something to tell you. You wouldn't want to be alive in the 60s. You probably got your little hippie ass killed or some little shit face. Oh, hippie smell only I can't tell, but Julia 60 said you're not real and you're not surreal. Can't you tell? Hippie smell. Oh man, thunder, sound of thunder, boom, just rush down. Oh, birds sing, gonna burn the sound of the phone, gonna run downtown, sing.
Alright, I need to find Nickel and pull him in here. There is the Nickel Ghost. Let me do my thing. How do I do this? Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay, Nickel. Now do you see the thing that says General? My old friend, join the General, and you'll understand. You're gonna get this. Just go ahead and join that. Give him a little bit of time to figure it out. Also, hi Saturnosaurus. I don't know if I told you hello. And Betty Tweety, hello to you, and hello Cindy, and hello everybody, and hello Hatsune Miku. Nice to meet you. I didn't tell you. Oh shoot! I forgot to tell Quill hello too. All right. I wonder if Nickel, you're muted. Click on the little, click on the microphone icon. You understand this. I think he's still muted. That's okay though. He's figuring stuff out. Hippie smell only. Do you have a microphone set up with Discord? Because you might have to go to your settings and then look at your devices and make sure. Oh. Alright, hello? Let me see. So, you're clicking on it and it's staying muted. Is this what you're telling me? Nickel, my elderly friend. Not that you're that old. You're probably not that old. But, should maybe... Do you want to switch around and have Logic go before you? Or are you... And then maybe you can look it up? Or would you like... I'll just play another Ween tune while you get this figured out, and then whenever you join, just let me know. We're gonna listen to Birthday Boy. The pain.
Jesus Christ. Pain. Take one.
Sweet. Sounds good. Oh shit. Perk is now. Right.
Nickel, are you ready, Nickel? We're ready for you.
I think I am. Am I
You're
back in the land of the living?
You are. You're live, Nickel, and you did so well. You got your microphone set up. This is amazing, and we're all quite proud of you. I'm going to give you a round of applause, actually.
I'm honored. Praise from Caesar.
I'm praising you,
boy.
indeed. Happy
Couldn't
birthday.
even appreciate the last song. I was fiddling with permissions and things which I haven't had to deal with before.
You didn't appreciate Birthday Boy, but it's like one of Ween's best songs. Are you sad that you had to miss out on it a bit?
I am very sad because this is a secret. I know I'm risking excommunication from the channel, from the community here, but I enjoy Ween, but I don't think I could really tell you like my fave songs. Like they sort of pop up on a playlist and I'm like, oh sick, that's great.
Yeah.
But like you're asking me like, oh, what's your favorite song from Chocolate and Cheese? I'm like, I'm pretty sure I heard Voodoo Lady.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Voodoo Lady rocks.
It does, actually.
But yeah. So, I mean, if anyone wants to talk about like insane, crazy music, like earlier today, I was listening to Black Angels by George Crumb. If anyone knows that, I'd be very, very happy because it's like some crazy weirdo 60s stuff.
Really? What is it called again? I've never heard it, so let's listen to it after our next conversation here. Tell me what it's called again.
It's Black Angels.
Black Angels?
It's by a composer named George Crumb. It's like, it's hard to explain. It's like 20 minutes long, and you can just listen to like the first part of it. Like, I think it's, Night of the Electric Insects. That's like the famous bit. But the whole thing is like my jam. It's so good.
Is George Crumb your favorite of all time?
Oh my god, how can anyone pick their favorite of all time?
It's easy for me.
Well, I suppose, yes. It's like, I don't know, if I had to pick my favorite of all time, like I'm trying to think of like, who is on my CD shelf the most. I am like looking over to my right to see who's there the most. By like, I guess by like just number of albums, it looks like I own like every single CD that Daft Punk ever put out.
Interesting.
I love Daft Punk, but I don't think I'd call them like my favorite of all time.
I could agree with you actually, because I think the band that I have the most CDs of is probably Primus, and I like Primus quite a lot, but I wouldn't necessarily call them my favorite by any means.
Yeah, like part of my CD collection is also biased because like, I mean, I'm old enough when I could go to music stores and just buy CDs, like from. I mean, HMV is a Canadian thing, I think. I don't think anyone in the States...
You're Canadian? Oh my god! Wait, sorry, that's kind of shocking.
I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm betraying expectations. I'm causing a lot of sadness.
Can you repeat that from the beginning again, please?
Oh, yeah, like, HMV
say sorry again.
Sorry?
Oh, yeah, okay, now you said it in American. Okay, now tell us about HMV. I'm sorry for interrupting you. That was terribly rude of me, but I just wanted you to sound Canadian.
No, I'm sorry, because, I work with a lot of people around the world. My job is kind of, I don't know, it's something obscure, and I think if I said it, I'd dox myself to all, like, 10 people less than that who would actually care. But, I have, like, clients in, like, the UK, a lot in America.
Ooh.
And I've like, there's like so many differences between the States and Canada that like I never would have guessed until I started to work with a lot of Americans. Like, it's, okay, this is like the first big thing for me. I was at a conference in the States and I was sharing, my roommate, he was like born and raised California. He was like a California guy. And so in Canada, like, everybody takes off their shoes indoors. Like, you get inside, kick off your shoes, like, in your front door, and all your shoes are stacked up there. And, like, I didn't realize that Americans just wear their shoes, like, around indoors, and, like, the shoes come off when it's, like, bedtime, or, like, going to the bath or something. So, like I'm in the hotel room, I got there first, like, like, on the bed, like, kicked up my feet, and then my roommate, he walks in, and, like, he stops and he sees my shoes next to the door, and he's, like, really confused. And I look at him, and I'm really confused, because I'm like, but what's the problem? It's just my shoes. And he's like, oh, yeah, you're Canadian.
Mhm.
And I'm like, what, huh? I thought he was joking around, but then, like, we had a learning moment. Well, I had a learning moment where I realized, oh, Americans just wear their shoes indoors.
You know what? My
And
dad does that all the time. He never takes off his shoes, which is like bizarre, but I very rarely see him without any shoes on. He just wears them literally until he goes to bed. He only wears them whenever, like, the only time he doesn't wear them is whenever he's showering or whenever he's like a second before bedtime and just saying, "Good night, Odette."
I mean, when you go that far, you can just wear your shoes in the shower. You get clean shoes. You get, like, you know, you don't have to have
Dude, that's a slipping hazard because rubber is slippery, and if you wear those slippery rubber shoes on the tub, you're gonna slip and you're gonna bonk your head, and then you're gonna become like the nickel ghost.
Huh. I was like, well, I mean, like, I'm already undead. I don't think I could become double dead, I think.
You think?
I guess we'll see. I do not wish to test that theory. But, oh my god. Oh, I'm trying to... Yeah, another, like, weird American thing, which is, like, a lot more normal, but, like, a lot freakier to me is Fahrenheit.
Mhm.
Like in Canada, we use Fahrenheit for cooking. Like,
Yeah.
when I see a recipe and it's like, oh, bake your cake at 150 degrees centigrade for 45 minutes, I'm like...
Jeez, that's a
So
good
is
accent,
that-
actually. That's authentic.
No, I mean, when it comes to my fake accents, the Scottish one is the one that I take great pride in. Because you see, my grandfather, or rather my great-grandfather, he was an immigrant from Edinburgh, Scotland.
Wow, then
And
you're
so-
cheating.
Aye, but I think the interesting thing is that, I mean, my great-grandfather, he died years before I was born. But my grandfather, he'd always do impressions of his father. He'd say, oh, you daft fool, and all kinds of little Scottish things. So what you're hearing right now is a third-hand impression of Edinburgh Scottish accent, and I'm quite proud of it. But yeah, don't get me started on my dumb fake accents. I could go on. I
Wait.
also work,
Oh, go ahead.
like, in the lab, I worked with, like, we had a lot of visiting students from Germany,
Mhm.
and so I was able to get my German impression sounding much better than it was before.
Guess what, actually? Speaking
Yeah,
of Germans.
Oh, you've worked with Germans as well. Oh, that is wonderful to hear.
No, dude,
was
listen.
it-
Like, wait, so what are you saying?
Oh no, I was just going to ask. Do you know what part of Germany they were from?
I don't recall, actually. Maybe Dortmund? I don't know.
Oh, so good. The one funny thing about Germany that I learned from all of my German friends is that all of the different parts of Germany, they're all very insular and they all seem to hate each other.
Really?
Because
Wow.
one of my friends, he was from he was from Munich, and I mean Munich is relatively close to the Schwarzwald, the Black Forest, and I mentioned, oh, when I was in high school years ago, for my band trip, we went to the Black Forest. We went on this big European tour. We played like twice. It was hilarious. But said, oh, it was beautiful. Oh, do you like the Black Forest? And he said, it is a pretty place to go, but the people there. And we got into this conversation, and he had all these unkind things to say about about all of his countrymen, and I find it amazing. Germany is not a large country; it's geographically very small, but they all seem to have so much animus for each other. And it wasn't just him. I guess we had maybe 5 or 6 German students over the time I was in the lab. And yeah, all of them, whenever you'd bring up a different part of Germany they're from, they go,
Mhm.
It was surreal. I mean, we are both from large countries. Canada and United States are both very large. And I mean, I don't look at the other coast and I go, can't stand the West Coast, can't stand the East Coast. I mean, maybe Americans do, but
Absolutely.
in Canada, I look at, oh no.
Absolutely. Have you
in
ever
Canada,
heard,
we
like,
love.
oh, you love your countrymen? Even Quebec?
Yeah, I mean, that's different. We don't talk about Quebec. Odette, you know the deep lore, and I'm a little disturbed. I'm also kind of proud that Canada's being recognized by a popular American streamer. This is big. This is huge.
This is true.
I lived in.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I'm actually a fan of Canada because Canada Day is my birthday. Nickel, Grief says that he loves your accents, so please continue on, but let's try, can you do a Russian accent?
Oh, I do not think I can do good Russian accent because I've never worked with many Russian. I do not have many Russian friends. I had a TA when I was in undergrad, and Nick, he was very strict in lab, but he knew his stuff. When it came to organic chemistry, he told me story. Apparently, so okay, I will tell you the story as it was told to me, and then and you can tell me how you would react to this. So
go ahead.
We were doing an experiment that required what do you say, a inert gas atmosphere. And we had the line directly in fume hood. It was up a year course. I should not. I'm not an organic chemist. I was insane for taking it. But we were. I was making some sort of comment about saying, oh, there's a pressure in here. Oh, so dangerous. But he said, oh, when I was learning, we just had tank of argon gas and tube with needle in it. And when he told me the story, I said, oh no, is that, I thought, oh, that's him in St. Petersburg, growing up in Soviet university. But later it turns out that he was from Montreal. And it raised many questions about both him and the state of the large universities in Montreal. I have nothing against Sherbrooke University, but if all that they're getting is tank of argon gas and rubber hose and needle, I can't help but be a little bit worried for their safety.
I think you'll be safe regardless. I think that the Russians are a sturdy and resilient people, and so I think you can handle whatever is thrown at you. But I do have a question for you specifically.
Please. Okay.
Please explain to us Beer's Law right now.
Beer's Law?
Yes.
Oh my god. That's not... No, I'm thinking of the perfect gas law. Is Beer's Law the heat one? It's been...
Well, I guess,
it is
yes.
one of the gas laws.
Well, that's not how I learned about it, because I only learned about it specifically how it applies to one specific area, so I suppose I'm not even qualified to be asking this question realistically, but I want to know if you can explain it to us. Explain to us.
If I could remember it, I would try. Like, I was more inorganic and biological chemistry. Like, if you want to ask me about bacteria or like genetics, I could probably talk your mouse ears off about that. Like, I got to interact with some scientists who work with like mice, and okay, this is gonna get a little spicy, everybody. So so strap in. But like, I think once you've worked with like biopsies and like just like laboratory animals long enough, you just become like, you cease to understand that like you're killing a little animal, and you know, like, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. Like,
you get desensitized.
You need to, yeah, and like, and I get it, but the way that I'd be sort of talking with like a friend, and you know, he's like, I'm saying, oh, you know, how's your work going? And he's like, oh, you know, it's like, oh, we're learning so much about blah blah, and he's like, oh, but we have a new undergrad, and like, it's so hard training them, and I'm like, oh, how so? It's like, well, you know, like we you know, it's like, show them how to pick up the mouse, and like they, you know, snap its neck way too soon, and like we lose the whole mouse. And I'm like, oh no, that's so sad. He's like, yeah, that was like, you know, weeks of work to prepare and like just gone. I was like, wait, oh, so you're not sad that the mouse got like its poor little life just sort of snapped shut? It was the fact that you lost a sample. He's like, yeah. It was a huge pain, and like I get it. Like I understand. Like I had, thankfully, it was only like one experiment, and after it didn't work so good, I was able to just give up. But I worked with a bacteria that had a doubling time of 1.5 weeks. Like, if anyone knows what like, for comparison, doubling time of an E. coli, I think, is like 20 minutes. So, like, you want to grow, like, big ol' 4-liter flask of E. coli, as one does. And I'm not even joking. That's like a common biological lab thing. That's like an overnight thing. Or, like, overnight plus an afternoon if things are going, like, funky. But those stupid Bradyrhizobia plates were in the incubator for, like, 2 months. And, like, there was no antibiotic. So it's like, for all I know, there's, like, weird mold growing on these. Like, are the plates even wet anymore? And, like, it was so... And I swear, like, if anyone sort of, like, bumped it, or, like, oh, sorry, dude, like, I bumped the incubator and accidentally sneezed on your Bradyrhizobia plates, I think I would have broke down in tears crying. Because, yeah, losing a sample like that sucks, but at the same time, like, it's a soil of bacteria. Like, when it was all big and grown up and healthy, it was just like cloudy liquid or weird little blobs on an agar plate. But, like a mouse can look at you with pleading eyes saying, no, please, no, please, no. Like,
Wait.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just curious. So, whenever you're here and whenever you are watching Odette, do you have any compulsion to snap my neck and end my life?
Not at all, because I never worked with mice. It's like, I'm worried that if any of my, biology colleagues are watching this, they'd see you, or Soren, or just be like, oh, God, a snap. Oh, that neck's so delicate or something. I don't get it. It's terrifying.
It's true. Well, don't show any of your colleagues Odette valves. Yeah, I'd like to remain unsnapped, at least at the present.
If it's any consolation, like, I've been out of the lab for a good number of years now. I won't say how many. But my remaining colleagues are all, they're from all over the place. Like, mostly lab, but also not.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of, stray physicians and pharmacists and, just, some, business people. And I'm saying, how did you even find this place? But good job. And, I think all of us have, our shared past trauma of being laboratory researchers. But, all of us are at the same time, still mostly grateful that we don't work with, scary bacteria or irises or X-ray spectroscopy or nuclear anything. It got real weird. And organic chemistry takes it to some strange places, man.
Did it change your perspective on life to be working with these microorganisms?
Oh, I think, the fact that you're sort of responsible for these poor little, microorganisms, and, I guess, the fact that, you could start a culture, and, you say, I really want this to work out. I'm trying to get, a certain kind of reactivity in, the new enzymes that it's cranking out. And, or even just studying, the bacteria itself. You're saying, I really hope this is a nice, healthy culture so I can, observe some of its, internal mechanisms in situ. And, you put, you give it as much care and, attention as you can possibly give it. And, sometimes it works out, and you get, a nice, good sample, you get some, clear data. But other times, something goes funny with the culture, it just grows slowly, or, the expression is really, bad. And it's whenever I had to, when you get a culture like that, you say, well, most of the time I grew a bacteria that wasn't really slow growing, so I could just sort of say, well, instead of getting, weird replicates in my data and saying, ooh, this is going to be bad, you just say, okay, well, let's just give up, let's just, bleach this culture and start again and, try to get some good-looking data. But, whenever I'd pour the bleach into the flask, I'd be these poor things,
Aww.
some, unseen hand, carefully like raised them from like a frozen little tube in a -80 freezer, and like and you know, from what they know, like, do they know that I poured love and hope into them, or they just see it as like some weird thing, and suddenly they're all being cooked by bleach?
So in a sense, you're almost as though it's almost as though you're like a god to those little microscopic critters, and you have so much power of them, and you had such high hopes for them, but you also have control over their death, and that's quite sad. You're the god of those little guys.
But not the Mormon God, for everyone in chat.
You're a Mormon too. Admit it right now. You're a dirty Mormon, aren't you?
It's the last known copy of my great grandfather's book, and like, I think one day I need to stage some sort of heist in the big Mormon library, I forget its name, and take back that book, because the thought that like there's like 20 generations of my family that are all Mormon now because they have that book or something. I hope a Mormon listening in right now can chime in and say how that worked, because I don't really understand. But yeah, I that might make me Mormon. I don't know. Like, I've been known to be naked in the shower. I don't have like underwear that I don't take off. I don't know much about the Mormon Church, and I do not intend to offend anyone. This is just me not knowing anything about Mormons.
You know everything about Mormons because Mormon is more of an innate trait. Within you exists the possibility of being Mormon. You just have to be able to channel it. And so I can tell by your general demeanor that you're actually very Mormon. And right now you're sipping on a sody, you're wearing your long flowing white undergarments, and you're doing Mormon activities like basketball. Mormons love basketball, apparently. Someone told me that yesterday.
Seriously? That's amazing.
They're very athletic.
I mean, like, I've seen a lot of like Mormon caving channels. Like, they love exploring caves.
They're like Splunkers.
Like, I know the guy from like I know the Nutty Putty Cave guy. He was a Mormon, and like whenever you hear like half of the like whenever I look at any YouTube channel and they're like exploring like sort of caves in like the USA, I know that if I just like peel back the surface just a little bit, I will probably find references to the Mormon Church. Even like, I forget his name, but it's some guy, and like he goes, like he lives in like Alaska, and like he goes on mountains, and like he's like this big outdoorsy dude. And like, I was like, oh wow, this is like amazing. This like, real sort of like, like a like adventurous kind of channel, like beautiful landscapes. But like, I forget what it was, but like it eventually became clear that, oh, this guy is like 100% Mormon. He just moved to Alaska with his family. And like, yeah, I'm not surprised that Mormons are super into athletic stuff, but basketball, that's something I learned. You're a font of knowledge, Odette.
Well, that's only because you are all so willing to share it with me, which I'm very grateful for. I'm really grateful for everybody's willingness to tell me about themselves and their interest, because then I can sponge it all up and pretend like I learned it by my own merits. Do you have anything that you'd like to share with the world before parting with us, Nickel?
I've shilled it before, but Atsushi Kaneko is a criminally underappreciated artist. Like, unless there's just pockets of the internet that like love the guy that I just haven't seen, which is very likely. Like he's not a normal sort of manga guy. Like, I think his inspirations are like Charles Burns and like David Lynch. He's so good. Like, check out his stuff. I don't think there's any English editions of his stuff, but easy to find on websites where one can find these things. And yeah, besides that, thank you, Odette, for giving us like such a cool call-in channel and a fun place to chat. Look forward to some more funky calls and some good times when I should be going to bed.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you for being on, and don't forget, like, after you part ways with us here, post a link to that artist so that we can check him out, because I don't know if we'll be able to remember his name, and thank you for being here. Nickel, now I'm going to ceremoniously kick you. Kicked out, Nickel. Alright, gang. Onwards to the next track, and then we have good old Logic.
Black Betty. Black Betty slash Eddie. Flat Jack. Back in the big Black Betty. And little Spanish Eddie. Black Betty. Flat Jack. Black Betty Flapjack. Oh, Flapjack. Big Black Betty. Flapjack on big Black Betty. Slap Spanish Flap Eddie. Jack. Fatty Flapjack. Back. Slap. Big Black Jack. Big Black Betty. And Miss Fat Wish Betty. Black Jack. Big Black Jack. Black Betty. Spanish Eddie. Big Black Jack. Ah, Betty. Big Jack. Black. And little Spanish Eddie. And big Black and Black Jenny. Black Betty. Black Jenny. Black Betty. Indian Black Betty. Big Black Betty, little Spanish Eddie, Black Jack.
Alright, it's time. Wait, I'm gonna take a sip of water real fast. Okay, okay, get in here, whoever is next. Logic, you're next, and I gave you the correct role, so you just come in here and join and get in here. Are you gonna get in here, you little rascal? Come on, you. Come on. Oh. Hello?
Hello, Jet.
Hi, Logic. How are you doing tonight?
Good. So nervous though. I'm not very good at this.
No, you're gonna do fine. What did you think about that last classical tune that we listened to? Did you enjoy it?
The latest one, the George Crumb.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Oh.
Not